Good day. Welcome to this session where we are demonstrating the Twitter sentiment analysis using Python. So, with using this system, using this code that we've made in Jupyter notebooks, firstly, you need to import the libraries that you'll be using. So in this case, you need to import, and the ones that will not be working, you need to do a pip install. Then after installing, and when you've successfully installed everything, you run on this you run on the button where you are where you are importing the libraries. Then after importing the libraries, you have to specify the APIs that you're going to use. So here in this case, you need to write all the two pairs of the APIs that you get, the consumer keys and the consumer secret, as well as the access token, as well as the access token secret. So you need to write to click here when you run them successfully. In this case, I'm not going to run them because I've run them already. As you can see here, they have two. And also they are encrypted because these have to be kept secret. So I'm not going to show you the actual keys that I've used. And then afterwards, you need to create the authentication object so that you can do the pairing of the keys that you're going to use. And then afterwards, we are going to specify the number of tweets that you want to use. So in this case, all my test one, I was using 200 tweets from a certain user. So I can continue with this, or I can use 150. Let me just use 150 so that it becomes interactive and not something which is totally hard-coded. So if you put 150, you can come here and then you click. So it will take some time so that it's because it's generating some tweets from a certain user. The reason why I chose this one is because she usually tweets in English, so it makes much sense to analyze the sentiments. So after getting the sentiments, you can do this print statement which shows the 5 recent tweets. So from this, I've chosen the 5 tweets using this query or the selection from the locations in the posts. And then after getting them, you can see the tweets that she has written for the in the past the last 5 ones. And then from there, we've chosen to do a data frame so that we create the data frame that can be analyzed easily. So that's the code that you click and then you can run so that you can do the analysis. And then afterwards, you need to clean your text so that you remove that unnecessary data. Unnecessary data, we're talking about things like the special characters, and the non-useful, so that it becomes easier for us to standardize and do a meaningful analysis. So you click on this one, and then you can clean your data. Then afterwards, you can see you no longer have the retweets, and you no longer have those the hashtag symbols and the handles. So basically afterwards, you come here and then you want to do the subjectivity so that you can pair them. So you can click on this one so that you create the subjectivity and polarity so that you can use it for analysis. So afterwards, you see that our data we've managed to query 150. As you can see, the number 1 is on 0. So obviously the last one, the maximum one, will be the 149th on the index. So after clicking that, we need to plot a word cloud. A word cloud helps us to easily understand the most used words. So if we do a plotting to see the word cloud, let's just wait for it to draw. So as you can see here, you can see a star which shows that it's querying. So afterwards, it has managed to give us the most used words. So the most used word is Zimbabwe, and then the other used words are will and thank, and then athletes. Obviously, you should expect athlete from the tweets from the Minister of Sports, and also who is a medalist in that sector. So basically, this is what you have. You can have as many words as you can also in this, but the word cloud help us to see the most used words. And then also you can do analysis we now want to pair to see the subjectivity, whether it's neutral, positive, or anything. So this is the code that you run, and then it will capture everything in an array, or rather in a variable called df for data frame. So if you do a data frame, analysis, this is what you show, this is what you see to show the items. And then furthermore, we want to print all the positive tweets. So you come and click on on this code where you can see all the positive tweets. As you can see, these are some of the positive tweets that has been tweeted by this minister of sports. And then obviously we can also run the code to see the negative tweets. It's not negative in the sense that she said something which is offensive, but rather it contains some negative words or the words that have been taken to query and represent. For example, you can see other words in these tweets that represents some sentimental negativity. So basically this is it. And then we can also do a plot to see the sentiments analysis distribution. So when you click on that, the system will just take time to draw the plots, but eventually it will create something like this that has been tweeted. So I mean something like this. So as you can see, based on this distribution, you can see that most of your tweets are lying on the positive sides, and then just a few tweets are lying on the negative ones. So we can actually see, and then you've got these other representations of tweets that seem to be on the neutral side. So this is the distribution, and this is how it's actually looking out. Also, you can also check on the percentages. So previously when I ran this one using 200 tweets, I had 53.5%, which was positive. So let's see after running using 150 tweets to see how much we can have. Okay, so the number has dropped to 52.7 on the positive ones. Then we can also check the negative tweets. Initially I had 7.5, now I have 7.3. So I think you can see the distribution is decreasing depending also on the survey that I've done. So you can as well do the visualization to see the percentages or to draw the graphs using that. So the graph will actually tell you the actual numbers. So if you add slightly below 80 plus 60 plus slightly below plus slightly around 10, that this will add up to somewhere around 150. So these are the tweets, and this is the distribution using the curve. Also, you can also do the visualization using, so this one we were using the hard-coded word, and it was actually taking directly from the certain handle of the user. Now we want to do an analysis again, but this time we're using the different approach. So here you also do the import of libraries. Then after importing the library, when I imported this library, I realized that there was another library which needed an update. So you can do the download of this NLTK so that it becomes easier for you. So you do this one, then you specify that you want to update the VADA lexicon. So I think basically that's it. And then here I've also encrypted, or I've also removed my my API so that you won't have to copy the same APIs that I'm using. You have to request for the one that you have from Google development. And then here I've included the code that actually does the pairing in the same tab. So this one you don't have to do as many clicks as you can. So we now want to do the analysis, the sentiment analysis. So in this one, like I said, this one is going to be an interactive one. So you need to choose the word that you want to use. So here I've chosen the word lockdown. So we're going to use we're going to query for the sentiments on lockdown. So for the sake of our time, I'll just use 100 tweets, but you can use as many tweets as you can. You can just click on this interactive and then it should work. So that I won't take much of your time and waste much of your time. Previously I used more than 1,000 on the other video that I've done before, and it's there on YouTube on my channel. But right now I'm just using 100 so that we don't waste much of your time. So after querying those 100 tweets with the hashtag of lockdown, we can just do the analysis now, checking the positives and the negatives. So the total number here is 100, and the positive ones are 29, the negative are 28, and then we've got 43 on the neutral side based on that. And then this is the one that I've done before. So let's just run again and check our pie chart with the new values. I hope these ones will change from 40% and 39%, and the system has changed. The positive now if gone down from 40%, to 29%, and the neutral ones are 43%, and then the negative ones are 28%. So exactly as you can see from here, you can tell that much of the things that are being said about the lockdown is actually neutral, but these values can change with time depending on the number of tweets that we collect, as well as the changes in the tweets. So you can do a tweet list so that you can see the tweets that are being talked about. So as you can see here, we've got different tweets and different items for different people. So you can as well do a lot of other things like word cloud, and you can even do some graphs and everything. But I think we've seen that on the previous sentiment analysis that I've done before. So I guess for now we can finish here as the demonstration for this one. But you can also view my other videos which have the same Twitter sentiments that I've done. This was done as part of our assignment fulfillment for group number 11 in the big data analytics class at Chino University, the master's class. So I hope this has been informative for you, and I would love to thank you so much for viewing.